Speak Up English, the key to success.
Rita, you won't believe the incredible story I came across recently. It's a powerful moral tale, and I think you'll love it.
Oh, Gisvier, I'm all ears. Please share it with me.
All right, here it goes. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a farmer named Sam. He was known for his kindness and generosity.
Sam sounds like a wonderful person.
He was indeed. Now, Sam had a big, beautiful apple orchard. Every year, during the harvest season, he would invite the entire village to share the apples. It became a cherished tradition.
That's such a generous gesture.
One year, there was a particularly bountiful harvest, and Sam decided to do something different. He gathered all the apples, filled his cart, and went to the neighboring village, which was known to be less fortunate.
Sam's kindness knows no bounds.
That's not the end. When he reached the neighboring village, he didn't just give away the apples. He also shared his knowledge of farming and helped improve their apple orchards.
He didn't just give them apples, he taught them how to grow their own.
Exactly. And, over time, the neighboring village flourished, and they too began to share their bounty with others.
So, Sam's kindness started a chain reaction of generosity.
Yes, indeed. The moral of the story is that a small act of kindness can have a ripple effect, inspiring others to do good as well.
That's a beautiful moral, Gisvier. It reminds us that our actions can make the world a better place.
I'm glad you liked it, Rita. Stories like these inspire us to be better and do better.
Thanks for sharing this heartwarming story, Gisvier. It's a reminder of the power of kindness. Gisvier, that moral story you shared was truly touching. It makes me want to be more mindful of my actions and their impact on others.
I'm glad to hear that, Rita. It's incredible how a simple story can leave such a lasting impression.
Do you have any personal experiences related to kindness and its ripple effect, Gisvier?
I do. A few years ago, I helped a stranger fix a flat tire on a rainy day. It seemed like a small thing, but that stranger turned out to be a well-known author. She thanked me by sending me an autographed copy of her latest book, which became my all-time favorite.
Wow, that's a wonderful twist of fate.
It was indeed. It made me realize that acts of kindness, no matter how small, can come back to us in the most unexpected and delightful ways.
So true. It's like a boomerang of good deeds.
Absolutely. And I believe that stories like the one I shared and our own experiences can inspire us to be more compassionate and considerate.
You're absolutely right, Jasveer. It's a reminder that kindness has a way of coming back to us, enriching our lives.
I'm glad you enjoyed the story and our conversation, Rita. Let's keep spreading kindness and positivity.
I couldn't agree more, Jasveer. Thank you for this wonderful discussion. Jasveer, I've been thinking more about that moral story you shared, and it's left a profound impact on me.
I'm really happy to hear that, Rita. Moral stories have a way of touching our hearts and making us reflect on our own actions.
You know, stories like these often have characters who represent different values or virtues. In Sam's story, he represents kindness and generosity. Who do you think represents the values in your life?
That's an interesting question, Rita. If I had to choose, I'd say my grandmother. She always embodied values like love, empathy, and resilience.
Your grandmother sounds like an amazing person. Can you share a specific memory or lesson from her that left a lasting impression?
I remember when I was a child, I once asked her why she spent so much time helping others. She told me, Jasveer, when you light another person's candle, it doesn't diminish your own. It only makes the world a brighter place.
That's a beautiful lesson to learn at a young age.
It really was. And I've carried that wisdom with me throughout my life. It's a reminder that kindness and goodness are never in short supply.
Your grandmother's words are like a continuation of the moral story you shared. They reinforce the idea that our actions can have a positive ripple effect.
Exactly, Rita. Stories and personal experiences like these shape our values and inspire us to be better people.
Jasveer, thank you for sharing these stories and reflections. They've made our discussion about moral lessons so enriching.
Rita, I thought since we've been talking about moral stories, why not browse the bookstore for some inspiring books?
That's a great idea, Jasveer. Let's see if we can find more stories that touch our hearts. Look at this, Jasveer. It seems like just the book we need.
It does. Let's get it and explore more stories that reinforce the values we cherish.
These stories seem wonderful. They remind us of the goodness that exists in the world.
It's important to remember that, especially in challenging times. Stories like these can be a source of hope and inspiration.
You know, Jasveer, I think our conversation today has been a story in itself, a story of friendship, reflection, and shared values.
You're absolutely right, Rita. It's a story I'll always treasure.
And let's continue adding more chapters to it, more conversations, more shared experiences, and more lessons learned.
I couldn't agree more, Rita. To the beautiful story of our friendship.